What's up, guys? I wanted to do a quick video today on a 1993 Ford Taurus, and I'm doing rear struts on this vehicle. And one thing I had trouble finding was a video or diagram on the location of the upper strut mount nuts. And so I'm going to show you how I access those, as well as a couple other tips and tricks to make this job easier. So here I am in the rear seat, and I'm looking at the rear deck. There's the center high-mounted stoplight, and if you look right here, as well as in the same location on the other side, right over there, there are two plastic clips, and they look like this. And what I've done is I took a 45-degree long reach needle nose. You could do this with like a clip removal tool, or probably just a regular needle nose pliers. And what you want to do is reach back behind the seat. You're going to just pry the corner of the seat back a little bit to where you can see that clip. Reach down behind it and pop it out. You can also do this with a screwdriver or whatever works for you, but just want to show the location of those two clips. Once you have those out, that will enable you to pry this panel up just enough to get into the seat belt retracting unit. And there are two torx screws on that unit. There's one large screw. It's either a T47 or a T50. Sorry, I can't remember right now. And then the other one is slightly smaller. Let's check the size on that one. That one is a T40. So you'll remove those two torx screws holding the seatbelt in place, and the strut mount nuts are actually underneath the seatbelt retractor. So you just have to kind of pry this sound dampening material out of the way, and you'll be able to see those three nuts. And those are 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter nuts. You'll remove those three. And then a couple other tips I wanted to show down here underneath the car. One thing that I had a hard time with is getting the lower strut tube knocked out of the knuckle. And there's one video that says you need to pry down on your knuckle while you tap on the tube right there and get that knocked out. But there's not really a lot of in-depth explanation as to how to do that. So what I've done, and granted I have a lift here, so it's a little bit easier for me, but regardless, if you're on the ground, you just need some way. What I use is a ratchet strap through the lower trailing arm hole right there, and I'm pulling down to have constant downward pressure on the whole knuckle assembly. And once you have that, you want to make sure you leave your upper strut mount nuts in place so that it keeps that held up there while you're pounding against it. And I just go back and forth between the front and rear trailing arms, or control arms, and slowly work this down off of the strut tube. And then what I actually did on the passenger side is where we're at now. You'll get it down far enough that you can tap it towards the front of the car so that you avoid damaging your brake line. On the other side, I believe it's also the front of the vehicle. Yes, the front of the vehicle on the other side. You'll get it down just far enough to where you can tap it towards the front of the car, and that'll knock it out of place. So hopefully that helps. One thing I did notice is on the new struts, they're actually manufactured a little bit shorter than the old ones, so they're much easier to get in. These are the original Motorcraft part number F2DC 18080 FA, and at least these in particular, from whatever year these are from, are very long, and it takes forever to get that knuckle knocked off. So the new ones I got are a Monroe, and those are much easier to get in place. So hopefully this video helps, and don't forget to bolt your seat belts back in, of course. That's about where I'm at now. So if you like the video, like, subscribe if you would, and I'll see you guys on the next one.